Hey team, it's me here with a video update for Vineyard Kids. Um, I just wanted to, actually, I wanted to do it this way because there's a couple things I need to show you guys, and we are nearing the end of summer, and so I just want to encourage you guys to take a moment. If you guys haven't already done this, I know, especially for parents who are already rushing into school. My daughter started school this week. We're getting my son ready for his study abroad program, and so things are already starting to feel busy again, even though the school year just started. But I would just want to encourage you guys to take a moment and to pause and to reflect on your summer before you rush into fall. Because I think sometimes we tend to just run into the next thing, especially as things get busy. And I just would like to encourage you to take a moment and to pause and just spend some time as a family or just individually or with your spouse or significant other or whatever, and just pause and kind of reflect on the end of summer. And just so you can see if you could pay attention to what the Lord was doing or what He's done over the summer, so that you can celebrate the things that need to be celebrated, so that you can grieve the things that need to be grieved, and for you to even pause and to think about, how do I want my fall to look? Just because there's a lot of things popping up doesn't mean we have to say yes to everything. And so I would encourage you to just pause and take that moment to just think about how you want your fall to look. So attached to this email will be just a little mini document with just like 3 or 4 questions to hopefully help you to process your summer and to prepare you for fall. But I just wanted to start off, you guys, just by celebrating. This summer, summer is always crazy because people are gone a lot, but we still have families visiting. And so just, you guys, I just wanted to celebrate just some things I saw the Lord do in Vineyard Kids and through you guys this summer. First off, is we did a little bit of a sneaky growth over the summer. I know it feels, it does, it never feels like it because all of our regulars are gone. But this past Sunday for our back to school bash, we had over 120 kids, which was more than we had last year this time. So thank you guys for creating a wonderful safe space to where our families feel welcome and our kids are excited to be here. I know I was peeking in the rooms as I could. And there was just our elementary, and especially our preteen ministry, epic. So those 2 rooms were just exploding with kids. And I love that we created space for our younger families to come and be welcome and invited. So, plus that, so I just wanted to celebrate that, not necessarily because it's about numbers, but it's about the number of people that we're getting to impact for Jesus through what we do on Sundays, as well as all the work we did in Romans. I know it felt like a lot for a summer program or for a summer discipleship tool, but some of the kids, they really, even if they only memorized 1 or 2 verses, that was great, you guys, they did it. And it's funny, the kids still remember Romans 1, which was the song that we used to kick everything off with. And so that's exciting that they memorized that verse. And I hope you guys engaged in that, and you're listening to the songs that were released and created by our worship team to help you with that, and that you found some solace. I didn't get to catch the whole series, obviously, because I was teaching in the classrooms every week, but I've heard great. The Book of Romans is amazing. If you've never really sat down and read the thing in its entirety, I would encourage you to try to sit and read the entire Book of Romans so that you can get the breadth of the storyline of what the Lord's trying to do through the Book of Romans. And you can use resources off the Bible Project and stuff like that to help you get the full story. So this Sunday, you guys, we are continuing on for our third graders and younger. They're continuing on the Think Again series. So this is where we see people in the Old Testament just making some not so wise choices, but God is continually giving them a chance to think again and to choose His way and to choose His path. And so hopefully it's encouraging the kids to be hey, even if you mess up, God is so faithful and He loves us so much that we can always think again, we can always start over. And so I hope, and I love that, especially coming out of Romans, to know that we can think again, and that we're not stuck in whatever it is that happened. Especially as you think about the summer, if you're man, I wasn't as connected to God this summer as I had hoped to be. That's okay. You can start fresh and anew this fall. So don't let what happened in the past to stop you from moving forward with the Lord. Our preteens are epic. Our 4th and 5th grade class, they're actually starting a brand new series this Sunday called The Power of Music. And so we're going to talk about what the power of music. So we're going to be talking all about what should we do when we listen to music. So maybe not what, but it's do lyrics matter from a song, and what is it that music is trying to do, and how does God use worship music to help form us? Why is worship considered one of the disciplines? So we're going to be going through that series, which is wonderful because, spoiler alert for what the adults are doing, we're going to be doing a 4-week series on songs. So and it's not the same as what the preteens are doing, but they're, if you guys were here last year for our top 50 series that we did at the beginning of the year, it's similar to that in the fact that we've identified 4 songs, and Jay's going to break down like what's the message, how does Jesus really fulfill like all these things that we're desiring and stuff like that. So we're kind of lining up, not entirely, but like we're still doing a music theme. And with that, I just wanted to think of like some fun, creative way to encourage families to listen to some worship music together. And so, for the last few weeks, my family and we've been working on creating these cassette tapes. So if you guys, I know it's kind of hard. So these are, my husband 3D printed a bunch of these. And if you could see on here, it says tap to listen. So embedded in each of these cassette tapes is a little NFC tag. So it's like all the things that whenever you tap a card, or like when you're at the church and you tap the thing on the back of the seats, this will take the kiddos to a Spotify worship playlist that I've created, different ones based upon the age groups. So even though preteens are the only ones doing this music series, we're going to get these out to from the 4-year-old classroom and up. And so each room has a different color. So this is preteens, this is the 4 to K room, and then first through third, you guys will get this color. Now we may have to shuffle some of these because this past Sunday we had 50 kids in the first through third grade room, and I only made 36 of these. But I also have pink ones, and these are ones that we can use as backups. These are ones that are labeled for families, and then I'm also going to put these in our new family welcome bags. So when new families come, they can get a fun little thing. And these are just things I would encourage you guys to have the kids. They can attach it to their backpack, even though they don't have phones or whatever at school, to be able to tap it, because these are only good on phones. They don't work on iPads. But it's a good thing where it's like, hey, because your backpack's with you on the way to school, what a great way to tap and listen to some worship music and to be encouraged on your way into school. Or maybe you're coming home from school and you've had a bad day, and man, you've got your little cassette tape right there on your backpack, so go ahead and tap it. Or if parents still have keychains, I don't know, I don't really carry a key ring anymore, but like a lot of kids like to put things on their backpacks, and so this is a great place to put it. And then they can always, whenever they're with a parent, or even if they're like with a friend and their friend happens to have a phone, they could be like, hey, let me show you some of my favorite worship songs, or like let me show you some cool music, and they could just tap it right there with their friends and access the playlist. And what's great about this is because it connects to a Spotify playlist, is we can change up the songs, every month or so, or rearrange things, make it fresh and new, especially as we introduce the kids to new songs on Sunday morning. So I'm really excited for this little tool. I'm not, I think my daughter thought this was really cool when we were making them. She's helped me put a lot of those together. So hopefully hopefully it'll help bless our families thinking through like some different worship songs. There's like the Forrest Franks and Josiah Queens on there, but there's also some of the Vineyard worship songs that hopefully, it'll be a good mix of like high energy and even lower energy. So that's going to be handed out this Sunday, and we'll just keep handing them out until they're all gone. We can give one per kid. It doesn't have to be one per family, so one per kid is perfectly fine. It's okay if a family has 2 of the same playlist. Like if the kids are like, I want it, like that's okay. Let them have it. It's a fun little, like I said, it's a fun little resource. I am this close, you guys, to having the design on our brand new Vineyard Kids t-shirts finalized. So once I do that, I will be releasing an email to allow you guys to order so I'm going to give you guys an option of 2, maybe 3 different designs, because each design will have a different colored t-shirt. Then you can pick and choose which design you want or color you want, and then we'll be able to figure out, and I'll need to know your sizing and stuff like that. So as soon as I have that information, I will get that over to you guys, hopefully in the next week or 2. And then that's pretty much it, you guys. There's a lot of things that are going to start popping off for us as a church after Labor Day, but I think I'd rather you guys spend some time right now just focusing on your summer and reflecting back over that time before we get into the busyness of the summer. So I hope you guys are doing wonderful. If we haven't had a chance, you guys, to sit down and grab coffee. I would love the opportunities. Sunday mornings are always so busy with a lot of things just happening that a lot of times I'm either always in a classroom or I just feel like I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. But I would, even if I've done this before, but it's been a while, I would love to take you out to coffee or a meal or something just to chat and check in with your lives. Like, we don't necessarily have to talk about kids ministry stuff, but I just would love to just see how you guys are doing and hear how I can be praying for you guys and supporting you guys. So if you want to hang out, just email me and let me know. So I appreciate all of you guys. I hope you had a wonderful summer, and I'm so excited for what the Lord's going to do this fall.